Are you having electrical issues at the state park while you're camping?
If so, stay tuned.
Look at that view.
Hey guys, Tanya and David with Outside by Side.
This weekend we've been experiencing some abnormal electrical issues, and we just discovered a few things that we wanted to share with you that might help you in case you're having electrical issues while you're at the state park. The last thing you want to have is electrical issues when you're miles away from home and you don't want to have to leave. So we're hoping that some of our tips will help you in case this happens.
So what we've noticed is that our active start, our power conditioner surge protector, has been shutting the power off. We've noticed that the voltage has been dropping down into like the 112, 115 range
On the 30 amp.
on our 30 amp breaker. And our air conditioner has been shutting off and then, starting back up later. Everything seems to be working fine. The air conditioning's running. But we have noticed to where if we do turn on our electric water heater or possibly use the microwave that, we have had problems to where either our surge protector is shutting the power off or we're kicking a breaker. The park host that we talked to earlier said that we should try plugging it up to the 50 amp side. If you have one of these dog bone adapters, this is a 50 to 30, that the 50 amp might be better for us. So we were going to try that and see what results that we got.
We did a video on the Active Start. You can see that video here. We'll put the link in the description below. That's a game changer for us. So we talked to a couple of volunteers that are here at the park this weekend, and one of the volunteers has worked directly with the electricians that work in the state parks. And he mentioned to us that, of course, it's a busy weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. And he said that Brazos Bend State Park, along with many others, they're older state parks. And so what you have to keep in mind is that the electrical is not up to par with the new electrical work that is in the new travel trailers. So sometimes you're going to have some low voltage. They need to have some work done. We would love to see everybody write to our governor, Governor Abbott, and get about $2 million worth of funding so we can renovate the state park along with many others, but that's a whole different topic on its own. Just keep in mind that if you do have electrical issues, don't always trust the electrical at your state parks. That's why you need to have a surge protector. That's why you need to have a soft starter like we have. Just something to keep in mind.
So what we're experiencing is that our voltage has been dropping down into like the 110, 19 range. And it has been causing some problems with our air conditioner shutting off. I'm not really sure if our power conditioner active start is controlling the shutting off of the power and then letting it come back on. But it can damage your air conditioner. It can damage your converter to your trailer. It could damage your microwave or your water heater or whatever other major AC electrical appliances you're using. So you kind of want to work your way through it. One of the things we've been doing is trying to limit the amount of electricity that we're using all at one time. So right now we currently have our water heater off. We unplugged our outside refrigerator for a little while just so we're not using as much power.
We noticed when we started the microwave, it kicked off. We noticed that if we had the water heater and the microwave on, it kicked off. I mean, we do understand that the microwave puts out a lot of power, but we've never had this problem before. So that's kind of why we wanted to go on and talk about this, because we had neighbors actually that we met. We had some Outside by Side followers that we were so happy to meet. Thank you guys for reaching out to us when we saw you in the park. But they had some electrical issues too, and we've talked to a couple of other people that have had electrical issues this weekend. So if you have an electrical issue, don't just pack up and go home. Make some changes, and that might help.
Another thing we were thinking about earlier that we didn't think about is just because you're going to a state park and you have electricity, it's not a bad idea to bring a generator if you have one, because you never know especially on a busy weekend like this, where you have all these people here running air conditioners. It'd be a great idea to have a backup generator just in case you're not able to use the electricity. At least you could still have air conditioning.
Yes, we own the Win DF400. We made a video on that as well. You can see this video. We'll put the link in the description also. It's a great generator. We have not had any issues, but that's a whole nother topic we don't want to get into. But just in case you're looking for a generator, check out that video as well.
So right now our voltage is in the 112 to 113 range. We've seen it drop down to 111. So what we want to do is we're going to try to move our 30 amp plug over to the 50 using our 50 to 30 dog bone adapter and see if we can get any better voltage on that side. So we got our breaker off. We're going to unplug our camper from the 30. This is the 50 to 30 adapter, and we're going to try this. Basically what this adapter does is it takes your two 120 amp hot legs and your neutral, and it converts it to one 120 volt hot leg with a neutral. So we're going to plug our 30 amp adapter into that. Let's turn the 50 amp breaker back on. We have a green light here, so that's good. The red light's off. And let's see what our current reading is. So now that we've moved over to the 50 amp breaker, you can see we do have our air conditioner on. Now we're down to the 109 volt range. So this doesn't always work. So I think it's probably our best interest to go back to the 30 amp side and at least do what we were doing. We were advised by the park volunteer to plug into the 50 amp side if we have a dog bone. He said that we should always use the 50 amp breaker no matter if we were 30 or 50, because he said that we would have a solid 30 amp connection. But that's not always the case, as you can see. So we hope that these tips have helped you if you're ever experiencing low voltage or electrical issues in a state or a national park. Let us know in the comments below if you've experienced any voltage problems and what you did to overcome it.
If you like videos like these, please share with your fellow campers. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps the algorithm with YouTube so we can get our videos out there to help all the newbies that are starting to purchase travel trailers and to help those that love camping as much as we do.
Thank you for watching and have a wonderful weekend.
See you on the next video.
Bye. Don't forget your RV prop stick.
Nice. The last thing you want to do is be at the state park, miles away from home, and you have no AC in the heat. You have no, what else? No, well, they don't have lights. No AC in the heat.
Right, that's good enough. That's all we need, AC. Everything else is...
Let me say that again. That's not good.
No. So what we want to do is try moving our 30 amp basically what this does is you're using the 50 amp plug, which has two 120 hots and a neutral, and it's converting it to only use one, but sometimes the I don't know where I'm going.